They still on that obey your thirst. Do as thou will. What's some of the, I know we all them saying
YOLO.
What's some of the other ones? They be on all that shit.
Hey, go for it.
One life to live.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, all that shit.
What would Jesus do?
What would you embrace it?
That's the main one.
With the white man, with the where Caesar at? Right here. Get Caesar for me. With the white man with the long hair. Playing the drums in the back, talking about salvation. This guy, they believe in this guy. This guy is gonna get us through this thing. Nah. 2/3, nah. I hate to tell. Well, I don't hate to tell you. I'm gonna tell you straight up. This ain't it. But you got the spirit on you to follow Caesar. Well, then you do what you gotta do. You got the spirit on you to follow Obama.
Right.
Do what you gotta do.
Right.
But don't get mad when we do what we gotta do.
That's right.
That's right.
Don't be upset when we could do what we gotta do. But see, the thing about us, if you want to hold it, go ahead. We not gonna hide around that corner and throw piss and take off running.
That's right.
We gonna bring the Lord's word, rough, rugged, and raw, point blank. We not gonna hide. We not gonna. When the white man walks up, we gonna change the subject. We not gonna do none of that. Yeah. We doing this with the fear of death. Pure form, like the brother said. We doing this just straight, rough, rugged, and raw.
That's right, man.
Period, point blank.
And that's the purest form of love, man. Because even if you're not a part of the elect, or part of the nation of Israel, man, you still getting the warning. We still warning you stupid ass people, man, that your dollar bill is about to collapse.
That's right.
That this bonehead Obama that you believe in so much, man, he's passing legislation to strip all your damn rights away and put more surveillance on you. We telling you all these things, man, about all these rumors of wars that's going around this world, man. We wanting you people too, man.
That's right.
So we actually showing love, man, by putting our life on the line, coming out here doing this, man.
That's right. And for example, yesterday, Russia flew into U.S. airspace.
That's right.
He's not telling you that. Who's telling you that? We telling you that on this corner. And other camps and elders also are telling you all those things. Obama damn sure ain't telling you those things. What does it mean that Russia has flown into U.S. airspace? Is it just, this happens all the time, blah, blah, blah? No. That's a show of force, and that's also an act of war. That's also an act of what you gonna do about it.
Yeah.
Right? And it also an act of, in strategy, is disrespect, and it's also showing, I make a move, I'm gonna watch you to see what your move is. Right? And not only did they say, I bet you won't do nothing, they said, like Jake do, I wish you would do something.
Provocatory war tactic.
Now, don't take it like I'm with Russia and I'm you know what I'm saying?
Well, what you had was the sanctions that was put on Russia just recently would be considered an actual war, because basically you're trying to destabilize their economy with the sanctions that you put on it.
Yep.
You're trying to create chaos within the Russian government.
Get your phones.
So
Sanctions. Look up
what
definition
they're
of sanctions.
saying. So what Russia retaliated with is with the implication of war themselves, right? But instead of doing the bitch-made way with sanctions,
Right.
they did it the real way. I stepped across the line. Now what you gonna do? Do you really want war? Because you acting like it. You know? So don't act like you want war, but you don't want war.
And don't act like you want peace when you don't want peace.
That's right.
What I'm saying is the same thing as this brother's saying. Because in this country, they act like they want peace, but they don't want peace. They acting like they want to help the downtrodden. They acting like they want to be there for those who can't defend themselves. But that's not true. For one example, long story short, fuck Palestine, but Palestine is going through it. Going through it tough. It don't make me no difference either way. But if you're for peace, you would look at the situation for what it is. You got one country that got the capability of rockets and tanks and all that, and you got one country that's throwing rocks. Ain't no bullets. Ain't no bullets to be shot. They throwing rocks. For every 100 tanks that Israel got, there may be 1 tank in Palestine. So if you're about peace, at the most you will make it even. Right?
That's right. I
So at the least you will make it even. Go ahead. You got an article you want to bring out? Go ahead.
This is on World Star Hip Hop. U.S. sanctions against Russia in active war, Ron Paul says. It says former GOP congressman and presidential candidate Ron Paul, says UN sanctions against Russia over the Ukraine crisis or an active war.
What is a sanction? Look up a sanction. Give me the definition of a sanction. What is a sanction? That's what the U.S. tries to do. They try, not only do they just come and bomb your country, where warfare is also through these sanctions, through the laws, through the statutes that they try to put on these different countries, you know? I mean, I remember regulation of food and all those things. It's not only, okay, you fuck with U.S., we ain't gonna sell Coca-Cola in your country. It's not only that. Sanctions go much deeper than that.
That's right, Akia.
Some countries don't have the capability, Europe in general don't have the capability to grow a lot of fruits. So if you put sanctions on Europe in the sense of, let's say, for example, they can't grow any fruit. All fruit comes from the U.S. That's a sanction. U.S. says, okay, you don't do this, you don't do these things our way, we're going to cut off all fruit.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? It went the other way around. So when the U.S. put sanctions on basically the Russia being able to build more gas pipelines, more oil, more gas, more natural gas, those resources which are affluent in that region. So Russia in retaliation said, well, fuck it then. Y'all won't buy our gas, we won't buy your fruit.
We won't buy nothing.
Yeah.
That's always been how Russia was. I didn't mean to cut you off. That's always how it's been. For every action that the U.S. has, the Russians always been like, well, fuck y'all.
We don't need y'all money. Exactly. And then immediately they set forth in a $500 billion oil deal that they have with Iran. Exactly. They're going to supply Iran with equipment.
Let's show them some of the equipment. Let's show them some of the equipment.
And Iran in return is going to give Russia oil.
That's right. You know? So this is the equipment that's going to be supplied for the oil.
You know where Russia's going to buy their fruit from? Venezuela, Cuba, Brazil.
That's right. Venezuela with Chavez. That's what Chavez, right?
Yeah, he did.
Was Chavez. That was one of their main targets for a long time. The same way Afghanistan was a target, the same way Iraq was a target. Venezuela with Hugo Chavez was a target. But it just didn't work out the same way. The same way with Cuba. It just didn't work out to their advantage.
That's right, Akia.
With JFK, he said, man, well, you know what? If Russia brings those missiles, and they did get them over to Cuba, JFK said, you know what? We just gonna fire missiles everywhere. Just everywhere. We just letting them ride.
Nuclear shared destruction or something like that.
Right? That was a term.
Yeah. But even though these so-called high-level pundits, man, they even said that those sanctions that they put against Russia, man, they're gonna have like long-term effects, if any. It's gonna take a while. It's not gonna be immediate, effects of those sanctions. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you gotta
This is gonna take a while.
give me that second
Second Ezra's 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in
That's
itself.
what we're doing. We're measuring this time diligently, and that's why all these videos are going up. That's why we're out here every weekend, as if we don't have lives, which we really don't. This is our life. We're putting our life on the line for Revelation 7, for the elect, for the 144,000, for the 12,000 from each tribe. That's what we're out here doing, because we know that there's a better life coming for us.
That's right, Akia.
It's not, I think, that the kingdom is going to come. It's not, I hope that the kingdom will. I do hope, but my hope is assured through faith in Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
Now, my hope is more in the sense of, will I be saved? Will I be beamed up? But Esau is going down. That's period, point blank. Ain't nothing you can. How you gonna fight against it? Right. Based on this Bible, it's all done.
That's right, yeah.
That's done. And will I be making? That's the main part of my faith and hope. Because I can't predict will I be on, you know what I'm saying, will I be on the chair. You have some? Okay, Sanctions, read that.
Sanctions in the law and legal definition are penalties or other means of enforcement used to provide incentives for obedience with the law.
That's right. So
What? Obedience?
to
Provided incentives for obedience with the law.
with the law. So you had when Clinton was in power, you had Madeleine Albright. Hold on to that. You had Madeleine Albright, who was a Secretary of State, I believe, under Clinton, like I said, and they had sanctions on at that time. I want to say it was Iraq, as far as food sanctions. And at that point in time, they with that stuff being cut off, there was no food. Hundreds of thousands of children, if not millions of children, died based on the fact that they cut it off. They cut off that food line. So it's not, when they talk about sanctions, a lot of times they try to make it seem like it's something small. Like, okay, we ain't gonna send Coca-Cola. Or you know what, you ain't gonna be no McDonald's in your city no more. You know, it goes a lot deeper than that. Sanctions are in the same effect as sending missiles over to a country.
Yep.
You know? Is there more meat on there? Go ahead.
Or with rules and regulations, criminal justice, criminal sanctions can take the form of serious punishment, or such as corporal or capital punishment.
And that serious punishment can sometimes, or a lot of times, mean death. It's a game with the so-called white man. Your survival is a game. Like Hunger Games. Your survival, he's standing on top of the, building, just watching y'all scurry around, wondering, okay, they seem like they gonna make it. Look at them niggas, they fuck around and found a fruit. They found a pear. It's 20 niggas sharing a pear. You know? That's how he's looking at it. Your survival is a game to the so-called white man, because he's got it all. He's got fruit, he's got land, he's got meat, he's got all that. Wealth, outside of money, he's got all that. Natural resources, who do you have to go to be a sovereign citizen? Who do you have to go to?
Like Jake got cotton field.
In any country, in any state, who do you have to go to be a sovereign citizen?
Get around.
The so-called white man, which tells you right there is no way of being a sovereign citizen without killing his ass. There's no way of doing it. No warfare, no sovereignty. That's it, that's done deal. I lose my power if I give you sovereignty.
Exactly.
So the only way for you to get sovereignty is for you to take it. Who am I speaking to? Polite and all you Egyptology niggas.
Not gonna coexist, man.
No, there's no way we can do it. More on that.
It says incarceration or severe fines. Within the civil law context, sanctions are usually monetary fines levied against a party or a suit or his or her attorney for violating rules of
Monetary
procedure.
fines. Germany had to pay back billions and billions and billions of dollars on the basis of World War II, which you could say they didn't start, but just on the simple fact of why would somebody have to pay back money in a war?
That's right.
Right? We was head to head. I'm just talking about the simplicity of it. We was head to head. You beat me, now I gotta pay you everything I owe. What that shows you is there is somebody who is in power, and there's somebody who's not in power. Right? Now you niggas can try to shuck and jive and shake it however you want to, but the so-called white man, Esau, is running this world right now. That's
right.
it. There's no other way around it. You can try to say China is, because every time you pick up something in Walmart, it says made in China. You can try to make it a whole bunch of different ways. But that so-called white man is that man. Period, point blank. He sets the laws. He sets the standard. He sets the sanctions, like the brothers read.